The Eta Aquariid Meteor shower could peak this weekend, and this could be the strongest this century. Meteors, commonly known as shooting stars, can be seen on any night of the year, but some nights are better than others. As Earth moves around the Sun, we encounter streams of dust and debris from comets and asteroids. That debris gives birth to meteor showers, times when the number of shooting stars you are likely to see increase dramatically. Currently, we're passing through the outskirts of one such debris stream. It's left behind by Halley's Comet. It creates the Eta Aquariid Meteor shower, one of the best visible from the southern hemisphere. Every year, when Earth reaches this point in its orbit, you can see the Eta Aquariids in the morning sky. This year's display promises to be extra special. This peak coincides with a new moon, meaning skies will be extra dark in the hours before dawn. Perfect conditions to watch fragments of a famous comet rain down. There are even hints that shower might be more active than usual. Fragments of the most famous comet, Halley's Comet, 1P Halley's, but by its official name, orbits the Sun every 76 years or so, and has spent thousands of years on its current path. Every time it swings around through the inner solar system, the comet sheds dust and gas. This dust has slowly spread through space, shrouding the comet's orbit in a broad swath of debris. Earth runs through that debris twice per year, giving birth to the two famous meteor showers. In October, we get the Draconids meteor shower, visible from both hemispheres and relatively well known. But the better of the two showers from the Halley's debris peaks are in early May, the Eta Aquariid Meteor shower. Earth begins encountering that debris in mid-April and then spends approximately 6 weeks traversing the broad debris stream left behind by the mighty comet. For much of that time, Earth passes through the outskirts of the stream, and the number of meteors produced remains low. But for around a week, centered on May 6th, Earth moves through the densest part of the stream, and the Eta Aquariids reach their peak. How can you watch the meteor shower? The Eta Aquariids are actually one of the best meteor showers of the year, but are relatively poorly known for a simple reason. They're best seen from the southern hemisphere and are very hard to observe from locations north of the equator. The reason is that in northern locations, the Eta Aquariid radiant, the point in the sky from which the meteors appear to radiate, does not rise until it is already morning twilight, and as a result, all but the brightest meteors get lost in the rising daylight. Southern observers are more fortunate. For most Australian locations, the radiant located in the constellation Aquarius rises around 1:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. local time, and this gives several hours before dawn to observe the spectacle. A general rule of thumb when you observe meteor showers is the higher in the sky the radius is, the better the display will be, as your location on Earth is turned into facing the outcoming shower of cometary dust. The first hour after a radiant rise will likely not produce many meteors. It's still worth staring skyward though, as a few meteors you do see will be crashing into the atmosphere at a very shallow angle, although allowing them to streak from horizon to horizon. These are known as Earth-grazing meteors. As the radiant climbs higher, so too will the number of meteors you observe. At their peak on the morning of May 6th, in the hour or two before dawn, the Eta Aquariids could easily produce 20 to 30 meteors every hour. Similar rates should be visible for a couple of mornings either side of the maximum, making the weekend of May 4th and 5th the perfect time to do so, to do some morning meteor spotting. However, meteors don't come at an even rate. You can wait 15 minutes and see none, and then 4 may come along all at once. So remember to wrap up warm, get comfortable, and graze towards the eastern sky as you relax to enjoy the show. An extra special this year, the Eta Aquariids are always a fabulous autumn treat for observers in Australia, but this year promises to be extra special, for the skies will be first be dark thanks to a new moon, making the meteors easier to spot. But there's more. Scientists modeling the behavior of the Eta Aquariids over the past few decades have found tantalizing hints that this year could see significant enhanced rates. In fact, they suggest that the 2024 Eta Aquariid Meteor shower could prove to be the strongest in the entire 21st century. Predicting the activity of meteor showers is really hard. However, other researchers have argued that this year might be business as usual. And even if that latter is true, it's still an excellent meteor shower to try to catch, with perfect conditions and the peak falling on the morning of May 6th, a public holiday in Queensland and in the Northern Territory. It's the ideal time to plan a weekend trip to the country to settle down somewhere dark and wake up to spend a few hours enjoying a display of natural fireworks before watching a beautiful autumn sunrise. What's not to love? And this is from The Conversation, under Creative Commons license by John T. Horner, Professor Astrophysics, the University of Southern Queensland in Australia, and Tanya Hill, Senior Curator Astronomy, Museums Victoria and Honorary Fellow at University of Melbourne, Museums Victoria Research Institute of Australia. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.